Now I would like to invite Ms. Lindsay, our learning support teacher at TEDxASB. She is someone who has impacted positively and dedicated to well-being, specifically the importance of blood donation. And today, she's here to share some of her latest insight with us. Everyone, please welcome Ms. Lindsay.
When we face adversity, many of us use the old adage to lean on each other and rely on one another. And this looks a lot like this. Whether it's making cards, sending flowers, making meals, or showing up. Giving gifts is one of the very core aspects of our humanity. But a lot of us have forgotten a gift that makes us all connected, physically connected. Today I'm talking about the gift of blood. First, I'm going to talk about the major blood types, which I assume all of you already know. Then I'd like to talk about what our blood can do for each other, which I assume some of you already know as well. Then I'd like to talk about blood prevalency in this region in the world specifically, and a crisis that we're facing, which I assume very few of you may know. That's the reason that I'm here today. Here's the big four. A lot of us already know this. A, B, AB, and O. But there's actually 8. So the plus and minus sign is the presence of a positive antigen or without that antigen, negative or positive. And there's a lot of science about how this all works, but the big takeaway today is that these 8 types determine what our blood can do for each other. Take this example of A positive blood. This bag of blood can go to 2 recipients, A positive or AB positive. For the other 6 types though, this blood is useless. Here's all the positive blood types and what they can do. Take a look at AB positive. This is actually a pretty rare type, and a common misconception is that the rare types are at a disadvantage. But as you can see here, they can receive from a lot of different types of donors. They're quite lucky. They're doing okay. Here's what the negative types can do. They can typically give to more recipients. AB negative can receive from all of these types too. And that common misconception arises again. AB negative is the rarest blood group. However, they can receive from a lot of donors. Over on the right is O negative. This is the universal donor. They can give to everyone. I'm going to go back through these images. And when I do, I want you to focus on the O negative recipient. See? O negative can give to everybody, but it can only get from a single donor. Other O negative blood. So here's a map of blood prevalency. The key here, O positive, A positive, and B positive. The negative blood types didn't make it to this map because they're simply not as common, especially here in Thailand. In Thailand specifically, the negative blood types, that's A negative, B negative, AB negative, and O negative, occur at 0.8%. So let's walk into a room in Thailand with 100 people. We're likely to find one person that has one of those 4 types. Prevalency of O negative blood in Thailand is a staggering 0.3%. So let's come back into that room together with 100 people. Let's make it 150 people. We're unlikely to find a single person with this blood type. A C-section birth, a motorbike accident, a case of dengue. Any of these relatively routine medical needs have now become a life-threatening crisis for someone with O negative blood. And I think about this a lot because I have O negative blood. This is my reality. And I often think about, okay, if I encounter an emergency, what am I going to do? Who can I call on? Will there be blood available for me? Well, it's unfortunately becoming less and less likely to happen. A 2024 news article from NBC revealed that in the past 20 years, there has been a 40% drop in blood donors. Those aged 19 to 21, that group saw a drop by 60%. The donors aged 21 to 24, that dropped by nearly a third. Now, this article was published in the US, but it was a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Less blood drives, less awareness, less donors. And this issue is reverberating through the global community. It's happening in Thailand. The banks are empty. I'm part of a blood donor group in Thailand, and these are all real posts, and these were all done in a span of 2 weeks. We are in a crisis situation, and I can't solve this myself. I can only donate every 90 days, so I need your help to take action. And you can do so in 3 specific ways. The first way is to spread awareness. Maybe you've already looked into this and you've realized that you're not an eligible donor. That's okay. Maybe needles freak you out. Maybe they make you pass out. That's okay. If you tell one person about what you've learned today, maybe 2, maybe 3, you've helped us gather more donors to help solve this crisis. The second thing that I urge you all to do is to please know your type. In the event of an emergency, your ride to the hospital will likely take minutes. Once you arrive, the first thing they'll ask you is, what's your blood type? And if you don't know, testing for it can take hours. These are precious hours that can be spent in securing you a donor. In this situation, knowledge is power. This knowledge can save your life. The third thing I ask you to do is, if you don't know your type and you think you may be eligible, is to go and donate. The Thai Red Cross will test for your blood on the spot, your blood group at least. Then they'll send a sample of your blood for further testing, and then they'll determine if you have that positive or negative. They'll send you a text message. It's pretty easy. There's a blood donation center at M Memorial Mall. It's on the M floor. You walk back towards the parking garages, follow the signs. They also have free snacks. There's also a Thai Red Cross center next to the theme park. I have not been to this one personally, so I cannot speak on the snacks. But if you go, please let me know. Thailand's doing their part. Historically, those from the UK and Ireland have been unable to donate from bad policies. However, Thailand is one of the first countries in Southeast Asia to welcome these donors back. And it's a good thing because an estimated 15 to 22% of the Western community has negative blood. Your own blood is the rarest, most precious, most intentional gift that you could ever give to someone else. Please, I'm asking the local and international community to join together, spread awareness, know your type, and go and donate, so that we can finally stop continuously responding to